Prepare for a fusion of knowledge and exhilaration where education and excitement collide.
Taking you on an adventure that expands your mind and speaks to your spirit.
I'm Master Nick.
I'm Lady D.
We are the Dom Life.
This podcast contains sexually explicit topics and adult content.
It is intended for listeners 18 and older.
The opinions expressed in this podcast are ours alone, based on our personal thoughts, feelings, and experiences.
We understand that others may have different opinions and experiences, and we respect that. We would love to hear from you. You can reach out to us at www.thedomlife.com. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Dom Life podcast. And today, in case you haven't noticed, this is not Lady D sitting over here across from me. So if you have been following us on social media, you will have known that Lady D was in an automobile accident this past Monday, which was September 22nd. Was taken to the hospital. We did get out Wednesday, but due to her broken bones and inability to move very easily, so she is setting this one out. But this is an interview that we had set up that we want to make sure that we get it done, get it out, because it is time sensitive. So I would like to welcome back Sparkle Moonbeam, also known as Shannon, from LNK, Louisville Network of Kink, and she is going to discuss Kinktasia 2025. Welcome, Shannon.
Hi, thanks. It's good to be back with you guys.
Yes. So we did talk about Kinktasia 2024. Now that was episode 16.
Wow.
Yeah. Seems like forever ago.
Yeah.
But it was just a little over a year. We was fortunate enough to attend in 2024, and then actually made contact with you at Kinktasia, and you was on episodes 24 and 25,
Yep.
where we got to learn more about you and, where all you've been and what all you've done and the future you're wanting to create for everybody with kink. And it has came a very long way. And this is going a little bit of proof to how much you've grown, because we're now going from a 1-day event. This year is going to be a 2-day event.
Yeah, that was kind of the plan, to take it slow, not to overdo it in the beginning, learn from our mistakes,
Right.
Get better every time. So yeah, this year is going to be bigger, better, not badder though.
Not better.
Gooder, even better than last year. And
Right.
Again, if this one goes good, then we'll keep going from there. So,
Right.
But we have this year we've really been trying to, because the Network of Kink is just one of our subsidies.
Yep.
We're Link Inc. And so we're trying to better incorporate our volunteer network because we have kink, kindness, and knowledge.
Okay.
Kink, kindness, and knowledge. So we're trying to make sure we hit every piece of that pie,
Right.
so that we can show we're trying to, establish more relationships in the general public and make sure that more people can get the education, even if they're not participating in like events and things like that. Heck, we have some classes that are great for a lot of people. So
Okay.
trying to get that. So like this year, we're going to have, like I said, 2-day event, and
Yes.
they're going to actually be at 2 different venues as well.
Okay. Awesome. Now, is the venue something you're willing to disclose, or is that something that gets disclosed once you purchase a ticket?
Oh, no. Our
Okay.
first night, our carnival night will be at Art Sanctuary, just like last year.
Okay.
And then the second day is going to be our party and our classes. And that will be actually in I want to make sure I get this right. It's the Arthur Kling Old Louisville Community Center.
That's a mouthful.
Yes, it is. That's part of that's one of our volunteer projects.
Okay.
They're trying to, this community center it's great. It's a great little venue. and they do a lot of work for the seniors in the area and things like that.
Okay.
But a lot of their building had been neglected for a long time. So we're going in there and trying to clean it out,
Right.
get it more appropriate for everybody to be able to use. And so our party and stuff is one of those things that we're going to do to,
Nice.
bring the community center more into the fold of a lot of other things in the city. So,
Okay. Nice. So you did mention it's a carnival of exploration.
yeah.
So that is the kind of the theme for all of it. And it in your website, in the listing, aims to create a vibrant, informative, and safe space for individuals to explore and learn about gender, sexuality, and alternative lifestyles. So it is a big, broad umbrella that covers a lot of people. That's going to be a great place to meet like-minded people. It's going to be a great place to explore not only what you're interested in, but maybe other things that you may be interested in. So this is going to be a great event if you're interested. You can purchase tickets from your all's website,
Yep.
which is LouisvilleNK.com.
Yep. Or you can go directly to Kinktasia.com.
Kinktasia.com. Okay. Now you are .com and not .org, right?
Yep. .com.
Okay.
Yep.
So LouisvilleNK.com or Kinktasia.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I do know we've got our tickets. We've already got ours purchased.
Yep.
We're going to be there for hopefully all of it. And then we're going to, let's start with on Friday. Friday is, it opens at 5 p.m.
4:30 if you have the
Early-
VIP.
the VIP
or the
early
Brat
access.
Pack or
the Brat Pack,
We call it
yeah.
the Brat Pack.
Yeah, that's what we got last
Yeah.
year was the Brat Pack. And we're going to feature a variety of interactive activities, carnival games, live performances, and vendor booths. So what kind of interactive activities are we looking at?
This year, we're not entirely sure. That's going to be a lot of the incorporation with the games.
Okay.
We're doing a lot of games this year. We have over doubled the games. And we're hoping to, we have interactions with people like you guys.
Right.
Who can, you can go over and talk with you. We're going to have hopefully some photo opportunities, some
Okay.
things like that. But it is a big event this year.
Okay.
A big event. There's so
excited.
many things. I think we have over 20 vendors already.
Yes. So we do have a list. I don't think when we done this, your list has grown each
And
day.
it will grow even more.
And it will continue to grow. But yes, so you did mention it. Myself and Lady D will be there. We will be set up as a vendor. I am currently working on 3 products that will be available for sale that night. 3 implements, I should say. We are getting what we call the Brat Strap, and it is a leather strap that will have a clip on it to where for me, I buckle it to my belt loop. And it's a Brat Strap. It's something easily to grab and to, enforce something or have a little fun with. And then I'm also working on 2 other implements. I don't have names for them yet. I've got the prototypes made and figuring out ways to make them better. We'll have those for sale. But our biggest thing for wanting to be a vendor at Kinktasia 2025 is we're going to have our podcast equipment set up. And we want to talk to you, everybody that's there. We want you to come to our booth. We're going to have 5 or 6 questions, your name that you go by, what kink are you into, or what fetish are you into? How long have you been into it? Something unique about you. And we want you to come up. We're going to record you. And then there's going to be some that is going to spark our interest a little more. And then we will actually have a back and forth interview. So we're excited to get out into this community at Kinktasia to meet a lot more people, to expand our knowledge. We want to learn from them as they're talking to us. So that's going to be great. We're also going to have implements, but also some of the other vendors that we know. You've got KL Stone Artistry, Kitchen Fairy Freeze Dry.
Yep.
Obviously, Love Leather and Lace.
Yeah, I am actually sponsoring this year.
I did see that Love Leather and Lace is a sponsor of Kinktasia. Bonnie's Portraits, Exotic Erotics, and Sharp Pointed Things. And that is a very small list compared to what you've got actually right now.
We're going to have Bruce's I'm probably going to get some of these wrong because we have so many. I'll just say we have some more. We have dungeon furniture suppliers.
Ooh.
We have more toy makers coming. We have Drool apparel coming.
Okay.
We have a good selection. We have a couple food vendors. We're going to have the gingerbread hag. And then for snacks and stuff, we have the fairy freeze dried. That stuff is addicting. I'm sorry. It's so addicting. And then we are actually going to have some food trucks this year.
Okay.
If everything,
Works out
everybody,
right.
everything happens properly, we should have some food trucks, maybe a coffee truck. We're going to it's going to be November.
Right.
We could use some coffee out
Yes,
there.
coffee, hot chocolate. Yep.
So we wanted to make sure we have a variety. We have Sakura Hive, who is coming with like pins and things.
Right.
So like last year, we also have the crochet.
Oh, yes.
Faye, Sparkles and Faye.
Sparkles and Faye. I remember their booth last year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're going to be back with us too. So we wanted to make sure we have a little bit of something for everybody, but almost all these booths are, people who are either, doing stuff in the kink realm, in the sexual wellness realm, or even just queer line spaces, I want to support a lot of our local artists and things like that. And most of them are. So we're gonna have a really wonderful time with the vendors, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even looking back on last year, the variety of vendors that you had last year was great. There was something at every booth that I wanted.
That's great.
And there was several things from several booths that I bought.
Yeah.
So I am very excited. Again, the list has grown even more from what I have. And then you also list performances. So
yes,
by chance, we have interviewed, Sir Dance a Lot and Erratic Eros from last year's. I
love those two.
Can we expect them back this year?
I'm gonna leave that as a little like, I'm not sure. Believe it or not. Okay, so like last year, right? I was learning everything.
Right.
I did most of that stuff myself.
Okay.
All the planning and stuff. This year, I have given up control for some things.
Well, that's good.
It is, but it's harder in a different way, right?
It is.
Because we go from planning and stuff, that's easy for me. I can do that.
Right.
But when you're starting to manage people planning, so most of the performances, I do believe we are going to see them.
Okay.
But I'm not going to guarantee that because I don't want the plan to change and then,
Right.
But so Dan and Eve Riot is going to be our MC and our stage manager. They have gone through, selected the performers and the performances and stuff. And I have very little idea about who's performing this year, other than like it's going to be, I've seen like the applications. I don't know who they ended up choosing, but I'm so excited just from looking at the list of people who we have. A lot of people who are already rather well known in the Louisville community that are coming, and some more newcomers that are coming in. So I'm excited to see the showcasing of like both this like veteran talent and this more new talent.
Right.
And people getting to do stuff that they can't do in a lot of shows.
Right.
Like you can open up your creativity here and we'll accept that.
All right. I'm excited. I am very excited to see the performances that night. All right. And then Friday also, is that all for Friday?
We're going to have the games.
The games.
We have 7 games, by the way, this year. Yeah, 7 games. And they all have different names. We've come up with some fun ones. But there'll be lots of opportunities. I don't think I want to spoil it. I'm trying to figure out whether I wanted to spoil all the games. I want people kind of see them maybe, and then they're going to be like, oh, Shannon, what did you do?
Right.
But we have, so bring some money.
Okay.
For some coins to play some games. We have a wonderful prize selection too. We got a really nice prize booth this year too. Okay. We'll have actually a Link Inc. merchandise table. We're going to do it a little different. We're going to give you like some examples. We have a bunch of new designs this year, some fun designs.
Right.
We had a whole graphics team working, Kayla and Ash. I'm going to say their names just so they know.
Okay.
And they've been working hard at like getting all of these graphics and these designs done. And I think some of them are real fun, but we'll give you QR codes and then you can order whatever you want from that. So we said vendors, food, shows, games. There may be some artwork with us too,
Okay.
but that's from the Art Sanctuary. They're doing some fundraising because they need a new building, and so they're having the surreal soiree. Sur, sur, I can't.
That is a tongue
That's
twister.
it is, but they have a bunch of art and things like that, and
Okay.
so we might actually be graced with being able to have that artwork up during our show as well.
Nice.
Since I think it's the night before or something.
Right.
So I really hope we get some artwork to
Oh, yeah.
browse too. So
Oh, yeah, that would
Yeah.
be great. All right. So that goes all Friday night. And then Saturday, looks like classes start at around 10 a.m.
They do.
Saturday morning.
Mhm.
And there is a really good list of classes that are available. I know myself and Lady D, we sat down and went through the classes trying to pick which ones. And there's some blocks that we're like, damn, there's more than one that we want. So it's hard to pick which class to go to. But yeah, so it looks like you've got classes starting at 10 and goes several hours into the day. We're looking, I guess the last one here is 4 o'clock, 4:30 ish.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So 10 a.m. to 4:30 ish. You got several different classes. Some of the classes that we have is Hatha yoga.
Yep.
Is that right?
And we figured that would be a nice one, especially in the morning before everything starts. Just warm stuff up.
Yep.
Get stretched out from the night before. Get ready to
Get all
go.
loosened up.
Yeah.
And ready.
Start your day with some yoga and end your day with some kink.
There you go. I like it. I'm not going to do the yoga. I watch, but I'm not going to do it. Burlesque 101,
Yep.
sensual sadism,
Yes.
animalistic primal.
Yes.
I mean, those are some damn good topics.
And those burlesque will be taught by Eve Riot, and the sensual sadism by those who run Vanderkin's Leather.
Okay.
And then animalistic primal is Rope Tiger Daddy of
Yep.
Sharp Pointed Things. So
Yeah, we follow him. We didn't make the connection between Rope Tiger Daddy and Sharp Pointed Things until just a few months ago. But we follow him on FET and read his articles and look at all the stuff he does. And then finally one day it clicked, like, holy shit, because I love Sharp Pointed Things.
yeah.
I bought like a few things
Yeah,
from
you
them
did.
last year. But all right, yep. So that is good. And then more classes, Hypno Kink.
And that one we're going to do. This is an experiment for everybody.
Okay.
Because one of the things that we find is that some of the more specialized kinks, some of the things that, the experts are all over the country.
Right.
So we may not have somebody who teaches classes here for that. And for a smaller event like us, and to keep costs down, we don't really have the funds necessarily right now to like fly somebody in and put them up. We considered it and we just didn't have
Right.
it. So we spoke with them and they said they'd be willing to do a virtual class as long as we have a hardwired connection.
Okay.
Because that's going to be important because they're going to do some audience participation kind of things.
Right.
So we'll be setting that up with a hardwire connection, large screen, and we'll have obviously somebody from the board there to facilitate everything. But we're going to experiment to see if we can do this with some more classes,
Right.
other things that maybe the only expert lives in Germany.
Right.
Something that we can do that with. I tend to like in-person interactions,
Right.
but when we're trying to reach out and branch into these specialized things,
It's maybe hard to find
sometimes-
somebody. Right.
sometimes the most economical and the best thing is to have it virtually rather than not have it at all.
Right. And,
So,
and like I
it's
said,
gonna be
it's a test. It could either go really great and where you could open up to more, or it could be a huge learning factor of, okay, next time we should try this or
Yeah.
this. But no, I love the fact, you don't know till you try.
You don't. And that's, all of our stuff right now is about experimenting what's
Right.
going to make the best event possible.
Exactly.
Took all the feedback I got last year, incorporated it. Every single criticism that seemed like it had, merit has been modified, adjusted. And hopefully this year we'll get some better feedback again and
Right.
to see what we need to do next time. Our goal is big eventually.
Right.
So
Other classes, Rope 101 with Apollo and Luna,
Mhm.
and with Subtext Sadie, Rope for Sex, and Consent 101.
yeah, the consent 101 is a really interesting because it's It's through like a lens of kink and all of these things. And it's taught by 3 very knowledgeable people.
Right.
And I'm actually really excited to sit in on that one because I feel like even I am going to learn some
Right.
things from this class. And that's probably the most like academic of classes we have this year.
Okay.
I would like to incorporate more of those in the future, but again, we're trying to work with a timeline and see what works best. So
Right.
if that goes well and people will really connect with that, I would love to have more. I'm a very nerdy kink person. A lot of people in kink are nerdy.
Oh yeah.
So like getting this more and more information helps me. And,
Exactly.
we teach negotiation and consent and all of these kind of classes too. So it might be more stuff we can incorporate for ourselves.
Right. Okay. So then after the classes, well, we got a play party at 8 p.m.
We do. Yes.
And this is going to be in a bigger area with so what we looking kind of play party? Is it going to be like a dungeon scene set up with furniture? What are we looking at?
This was it won't be at the den. We don't have enough room there for this. We are still going to limit tickets. I'm not telling you how many we're going to limit it to yet.
Right.
I'm trying to figure that out exactly. But it will be a pretty large party.
Okay.
But this particular building has 2 floors.
Okay.
And we'll be utilizing, there's like a very large main room as a lounge area. There's what we call the main hall, which will be set up with probably rope rigs and things like that. And then downstairs, you take the elevator downstairs, and
Ooh.
there's another large secondary hall. We have a nice little lounge that we're setting up down there too for aftercare needs, things
Right.
like that. We have multiple bathrooms.
All right.
And we'll have a couple little side rooms off from the secondary hall. And those will have maybe some specialized things where our massage tables, our Violet Wand tables will be things like that.
Okay.
But we're going to have quite a bit of furniture out there. We got ourselves a new Link Ink rope rig to bring with us. We got, some extra mats to bring with us.
Nice.
We'll have I think 3 crosses. So
Okay.
we'll be doing it up pretty good, I think.
And, I'm definitely looking forward to the play party too. Performances. You want to have performances Saturday night as well?
We are looking at having some demos at least, just in the main hall, having some times where somebody is going to be demonstrating maybe a suspension, or somebody's going to be demonstrating a flogger scene,
Okay.
things like that, just as another part of that learning aspect.
Right.
Even, having a scheduled time in the Violet Wand room where somebody is going to do more of an educational presentation.
Okay.
So
That sounds like a lot. Now, what time does the play party go to?
I believe we're doing 1 a.m.
Okay.
I believe that's what the time was on that.
8 p.m. to 1 a.m. Okay.
It's been kind of going back and forth a little bit on time
Right.
here. It's going to be a long weekend for everybody, but
Oh yeah. And still, I mean, we're still a month and a half out.
you say it like it's such a long time, and I'm just sitting here this
It's
morning.
not really a long time.
No, this morning I'm like, oh no, oh no, we're almost there.
Yeah, it is.
And then shortly right after that, part of the problem is right after Kinktasia, I say right after, a couple of weeks afterwards, I'll be in DC for another, a big convention there with my business. So I'm trying to do both of these things at once. So you say that and I'm like, oh, how many days is that?
Yeah, so there is still a little bit of time.
There is, yeah.
Out. So, things may change. Obviously anything can happen.
Always.
Going back to, again, with Lady D's accident.
Yeah.
We're fortunate, nothing serious, but, in the event of something like that, one of the vendors or one of the performers or somebody doing a class, there is that possibility something could change. And that's, you can't see that, you can't predict that. So what we did, we just try to hit some of the highlights that we know. We really want to push Kinktasia 2025. We want everybody that listens to this podcast, we would love to see you there. I know you would love to see them there as well. The more, the merrier, obviously. But I am going to go back to what you said earlier. When planning, for these classes, y'all did a survey last year. And so you took the ideas and the criticism that you think could make possible, and you implemented that this year. And I really like that because, for one, that shows that you want to continually improve. You want to make it bigger. You want to make it better. You want to do all this. So by listening to people from last year and implementing stuff this year. So I really like that. And again, there's no question, there's no doubt about it that after talking to you the few times that we have talked, I know what you're looking to go after. I know what you're looking to do, and I love it. I love your vision. But this is great. I love that you've taken others' advice and put thought into it and trying to make it a reality. So that is very much appreciated.
I don't think
from me.
anybody really likes criticism. Nobody
no.
really likes criticism. But for me, in a way, if you never tell us what we do wrong, we can never make it better.
Right.
So I have to take it. And I think I mentioned before that it took me a month to send out the survey just because I wanted to be like emotionally ready for it.
Right.
But you know, some of them were picky things that are kind of personal, but some of them were correct. Like
Right.
we didn't have enough direction signage. That
Okay.
was one of them. And so this year they were right. I that was an oversight on my part. And so this year we have plenty of that, you know. They wanted more games. We're given more games.
Right.
You know, you wanted more of this, more of that. We're given more of that, less of this, less of that, you know.
Right.
And so I looked at them and I said, you know what, this has a lot of merit, and we're gonna fix that.
Right.
The whole point is we've been through so many conventions. I've been
Yep.
to of all kinds, from horror and kink and sex and all of these things, anime, comics.
Right.
And I see a lot of the stuff that works and a lot of stuff that doesn't work. And that's kind of my goal here. We can't please everybody,
Correct.
but we can make it the best we're able to do so.
Right. Right. And that was, coming up on a future episode. We made it to Indianapolis Leather and Kink Weekend.
Yeah.
And enjoyed that. So it was so much better of an event than the one we went to in Ohio last year.
The infamous one.
Yes. Yes. The one I think you wrote an article
I
about.
did.
Didn't
Yes,
you?
I did.
But this one was so much better. We had such a great time with it. But yeah, by visiting other places, seeing what they do, seeing how people react to what they have, pulling a little bit of ideas and bringing it back to yours is great. So now that we've talked about 2025, let's go back and talk about 2024. Because I'm just curious, what was one of the biggest regrets that you had from 2024, Kinktasia?
I don't really know how to answer that. Actually, I don't have regrets.
Don't have any regrets.
No,
Okay.
I generally, in my life in general, I don't have regrets
Okay.
because what has happened has happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I don't actually have regrets. Worked many years in therapy for this. Thank you. I don't really regret anything at all. I have what we call it, my wish list of things that I didn't get to get done, but it's not really I regret it because
Right.
there's no point in having regret like that.
Right.
So instead we just move forward. Like this year, again, having more games. That's a big thing for me.
Games are fun.
Understanding better how the audience and performances work and what we need for that and how I need to set that up.
Right.
And how vendor flow works, all of these things. That's all stuff I learned. Like if I knew then what I know now kind of stuff. But
Right.
so yeah, no real regrets. Just learning experiences, things that I was like,
Excellent.
okay, yeah. We need to put some more time into this one this year.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So one thing that you are doing this year that you didn't do last year is you delegate.
Yeah.
So that has taken a lot of stress off of you to get stuff done. But like you mentioned earlier, it's a different kind of stress because although you have delegated, it all still channels and goes through you.
Yes,
So-
that's my role is to be the primary organizer.
Right. So you have some pretty important people in your community, in your group that has stepped up and says, I want to do this, or did you go to them and say, I need you to handle this? I'm assuming they volunteered.
Both. It depends on what it is. We would have people who come forward, and they're just like, whatever you need, I can do. And then
Right.
we come up against with something that we need, and then we ask them. But like our board has, this year we've restructured the board some.
Okay.
Every year, our board is getting more and more defined, more and more organized, more and more procedures, things like that. People don't realize that our board is not fun. It's not fun to be on our board.
Right.
And I think people think that it might be, but it's not. It's a lot
lot
of
of
work.
work.
It really is. And so everybody so we have Drew. He is our special events coordinator.
Okay.
So he's working pretty closely. He's doing a lot of the organization part with like the performers and things like that, handling the rope stuff. And then we have like EJ. These are all our board members, really. EJ is our education coordinator, working with all the classes and things like that.
Right.
We've got, oh gosh, now I have to remember everybody. I'm so terrible with names. I see these people every day, right? And then Phil is our kindness coordinator, part of that, doing the volunteer work and all of that stuff. We have social media coordinator, which is Miss Majestic. We have, of course, our treasurer and our secretary.
Right.
They're going to be dealing with a lot of the financial and all that kind of stuff with that. And then we have, like I said, we have like the graphics team of like Ash and Kayla. I feel like I'm forgetting somebody and I feel terrible about that. But I think I might have actually covered everybody this time. Like, oh, Lunette as well. You've met Lunette. Yep. And Lunette will be helping with like, they're the coordinator for our kink events and stuff.
Okay.
So, this will probably happen after our slosh, but on the 3rd of October, we're having our Kinktasia slosh, and we'll actually have some performances and stuff at that slosh, just as a kind of like a precursor.
Right.
So, and then the slosh right before Kinktasia will be our Halloween one, Halloween costumes, contest and all that. But so Lunette does like those kind of things. So she'll be coordinating a lot more with like the play party and things. So everybody has a set kind of area that they're like responsible for. And then it kind of just flows through my master checklist. We do have a master document. I haven't updated it lately, but it's there.
Right. Okay. And again, I'm excited. So while I've got you here, anything that, before I do that, in case you did miss somebody, I just want everybody to know we did not send you bullet points on this.
No.
So every question, everything I'm throwing at you, you are pulling right off the top of your head. So just in case something got missed or misquoted or misstated, keep that in mind. You obviously do have a lot going on.
A little bit.
and we are very thankful that you took time out of your busy life and scheduling to get here, because we want to promote and push Kinktasia.
And I am happy to allow you to do so. I listen to you guys, so I'm like, yeah, they can. They're good advocates for us.
Right. We try to be. We want to help the community out as much as we can. Although we're not as active as we want to be with, just everything going on in life in general. But we do try to attend as much as we can. And
I appreciate it. I really appreciate everything like what you guys are doing. I've seen you grow, and I've seen it expanding, and I've seen more and more people talking about it and watching it.
Right.
And to me, that makes me happy. It's somebody who's doing something, good.
Right. Trying to do good.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. Anything about Kinktasia 2025 that we haven't talked about?
I don't really think so. Just little things. Make sure you have your ID ready, because it is 18 or over. There will be a security check and an ID check coming in. We will have limits on how many tickets we sell, because there's only so much space we have. I think right now we already sold out all our community sponsors. Okay. We're well on our way to selling out all the brat packs. So that'll leave like general admission.
Right.
We're still good on that for now, but as the weeks come flowing, so it's best to get it as soon as you can, because if we're sold out, you're not going to be able to buy them at the door.
Right.
So.
Okay. All right. Anything for LNK side of things that, we know that your calendar for LNK stays packed. LouisvilleNK.com. You can find that calendar. You can see the sloshes. You can see the play parties. You can see the dungeons. You can see the coffee and conversations, and what y'all have, karaoke, game nights. I know there's a lot of stuff on that calendar. So anything LNK wise that you would like to bring up?
I'm going to plug something here, because maybe some of your viewers, we are looking for a new building.
Okay.
Our lease is coming up, and we have grown. We have grown too much for our building.
Okay.
And it's kind of, we're having a hard time finding a balance between like size of building and cost and stuff. So if anybody out there has a, hook up with that. We are looking for a new building. We are looking to move.
Now, is that the den?
The
You're
den,
looking to move
yeah.
the den. Okay.
Yeah. We have grown so much,
Right.
you know, we keep growing, and that's a beautiful thing, but it means
Right.
we need more space
more
for everybody
space.
to be comfortable in. So,
Okay. How would be the best way? Like, are you taking donations, or are you just looking for ideas of spaces available?
right now we're looking mostly for properties. I'm scouring it like every day, but we have a lot of very specific circumstances that
Okay.
we need to cover, and I can, you know, put that out there somewhere, but
Right.
if anybody has anything, you know, send them my way.
Okay. And then particularly in the Louisville area is where you want to
Yes,
keep
yes,
it?
we have to stay. We don't have to, but it is the best place for us to stay.
So anybody in the Louisville area that is in property management or has vacant facilities, if you can't find Miss Sparkle Moonbeam, feel free to drop us a line. We'll make sure and get your information to her.
Much appreciated.
All right. Anything else that you would like to discuss while you're here?
No, I'm really thankful for everybody's support, and I am so excited for this year. I really am.
We are too.
I am so excited. I'm already excited for next year. Like, I know that's like jumping the shark there, right? But I'm so
Right.
excited for next year too, because I'm like, this is going to go good. It's going to go good. And next year's
Yep.
going to be even great. Next year, we're hoping whole weekend at a hotel.
There you go.
That's a big jump. So
is.
let's see how we do.
3-day event next year.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Everybody's got to get in those surveys for us so we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll make sure and do that. Now that the surveys will come
After
out
Kinktasia, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you again for taking time out. I know you've got a lot going on. I know you got a lot of planning. I know you're under a lot of stress, but it is very much greatly appreciated to come here, to sit down. Again, we're excited. We want to get the word out because we're going to be there. We want to talk to as many people as we can. We want to help out the Louisville kink community as well. So thank you for being here. Stay tuned. There's still a whole lot more coming up on future episodes. See y'all next week.
Please follow, like, and share our podcast.
Make sure to visit thedomlife.com, where you can find pictures and other details about the Dom Life podcast. And through the Contact Us button, you can ask questions or provide recommendations for future episodes.
We want to explore your kink too.
Be sure to check out upcoming events to see where our adventures are taking us and our photo gallery to where we've been.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you had fun listening and learning with us.
Till next time, keep calm and remember your safe word.
Red, red, red.